I am Dr. Pavlina Theodosiou, and I'm a postdoctoral researcher at Newcastle University, and I'm working in the group of environmental engineering. My research is looking for ways on how we can switch wastewater into electricity or hydrogen. Wastewater is basically what comes out of our sinks, the taps, the toilets, and not only at the home, but also from industries as well. And it takes a lot of energy for water companies to treat this wastewater and then release it back into the environment and make sure it's clean so it doesn't cause water pollution. Wastewater has up to 10 times more energy inside of it than the energy used to treat it and clean it. And I am using devices such as microbial fuel cell and microbial electrolysis cell in order to release this trapped energy. Microbial fuel cells use bacteria found in nature to break down wastewater and organic matter into electrons that then we capture as electricity. And microbial electrolysis cells, they are supplemented a little bit with electricity, and they can split that into green hydrogen, which can be used as a green fuel. Just like batteries have positive and negative poles, the same with a microbial fuel cell. On the negative side, we have the anode, where the bacteria decompose the organic matter. And on the positive side, which is the cathode, is where the electrons are accepted. And we have a production of water because it interacts with the oxygen from the environment and hydrogen ions that pass through the membrane. So this is how standard fuel cell looks like, but fuel cells can take any shape and form and can be made out of other materials as well. So the current research that I do overlaps a lot with my PhD. For my PhD, I mainly look into 3 different things. I was using microbial fuel cells as biological batteries to power up robots. So, robots usually use batteries and then they need to get recharged. However, I was using microbial fuel cells that I was just feeding them and they were keep producing electricity to power up the robots. Another thing that I was doing during my PhD was that I was looking into 3D printed materials that can make up a fuel cell. So we speed up the manufacturing process and making them also more efficient. And lastly, I was using automation to speed up the maturing process of fuel cells. Normally in the lab, a fuel cell can take from 2 weeks up to 2 months to mature and come up to the maximum power output levels. However, I was using liquid handling robot, which was automating the maturing process, and I succeeded in bringing up a microbial fuel cell up to speed in just 6 days. I have always been inspired and intrigued with the natural world and the environment. And I remember when I was in school, our teachers were telling us all the time that about the environment, that time is running out, we need to do something to protect it and sustain it. So I got in a young age into a more sustainable mindset, and that would intrigue me to go and study biological sciences. And through my studies, I studied a lot about sustainability and resources. And then when I found out during my second year about microbial fuel cells and how this can help us in recovering electricity, I got hooked to it. And also my final year project as an undergrad, which was looking into how pesticides affect the environment, I got really interested in how you can dive into literature and see what other people in all parts of the world have been doing in order to address a question and a challenge. And then you go in the lab and you do the research and you try to put a little bit, a small piece onto that knowledge. So I realized that I would really be interested to continue this research. And then when I found out that at my university there were people investigating microbial fuel cells, it was a no-brainer that I wanted to go and work there and be immersed into the world microbial electrolysis and microbial fuel cells. In my research in environmental engineering, in particularly, that I work with these systems, not only we use something that people regard as waste, and we show that it's a resource and not a waste, but also we clean up this wastewater in the process. So we are saving up the electricity that otherwise would be used to treat the waste. And instead of using any electricity to treat it, actually we generate electricity whilst we are treating it. So it's two birds with one stone. Overall, engineers are trying to find solutions to the burning problems that we have in our environment, in our overall ecosystem. And without engineering, we wouldn't have windmill farms, solar panels. We wouldn't have engineers in the North Pole trying to slow down the melting of the ice. I love living in Newcastle. I only started to experience it in the past couple of months when things opened up, because I moved from Bristol, where I did my undergraduate and PhD, up to Newcastle just 2 weeks before the first lockdown. So I didn't have much time to see the life here. But the people up here are really, really warm and lovely and friendly and helpful, which made a great impression to me. It has really lovely beaches up here. I've even swum in one of them over the summer, and it was brilliant. It has good food, and as someone who I was brought up in a small island surrounded by nice beaches and warm people, I really like Newcastle, because it has those elements to it. And also the weather is much better than I ever expected Newcastle to be. I had really nice sunny days up here, and I enjoyed them the most. When I'm not working, I enjoy long walks at the beach, and I've been fortunate here to have the Northumberland coast to do that almost every day, weather permitted. Also, in my downtime, I enjoy reading autobiography books and personal development books as well. And another thing that I like to do is learn how to badly play different instruments, and my latest victim is a ukulele, which I haven't mastered yet.